The snow is back on the peaks and the Fernie real estate market is heating up again. Fewer homes on the market, more buyers making moves and prices holding steady. So let's dig into what that means if you're thinking of buying or selling this winter here in Fernie. Welcome to the Property Mindset Podcast, the home of the Fernie Real Estate Market Report. Welcome back to the Property Mindset Podcast. Beginning of the month, which means one thing. It is the Fernie Real Estate Market Report. Woohoo! Let's get into it. New listings in October 2022. We had 18. So that's down 22% on October 2024. New listings year to date, we're actually down on last year. Down 10% at 222. So a short break from our show sponsor, eXp Luxury at First Tracks Real Estate Group. Imagine a real estate experience where your luxury property isn't just seen, but showcased, both locally and globally. eXp Luxury is about more than transactions. It's about transforming how high-end properties reach the market. With a blend of unparalleled global exposure, cutting-edge marketing strategies, and an elite network of professionals, eXp Luxury ensures your property stands out in the luxury market. Phil Gadd and the First Tracks Real Estate Group leverage his platform to elevate your listings, ensuring it reaches its full potential. Welcome to the new standard in luxury real estate. Sold listings. We were up considerably in October 2025. We had 19 sold listings, that's up 36%. And sold listings year to date, in the total of Fernie, we've had 143. So that's exactly the same as in 2024. Market's kind of evened out as we're getting towards the end of the year. You know, it's been an interesting year so far. I'll just stop and have a little conversation about that because, you know, obviously I'm really into my numbers, but numbers just don't paint the whole picture. I believe, you know, we're in a very different market than we were at the beginning of 2024 and even towards the end of 2024. It's solidified the fact that everything under $1 million has been incredibly active. And then looking at things above $1 million, slowing down as you go higher and higher and higher. But we have seen some really big numbers being sold in 2025. We've got an influx of different buyers, some from the US coming up, wanting to move away from what's happening down there. Others just want to buy into what they consider is a community that was very similar to theirs if they're coming from someone like Breckenridge or Bozeman. A lot of what I've heard this year is very, very similar communities to what we experienced 20 years ago. So that's just a testament to how freaking awesome Fernie is. I've been here 16 years now, full time. First came here 21 years ago. And, you know, my kids have grown up here, still growing up here. We absolutely love living here. And it is a very, very desirable place. And desirable properties, well priced in this market, do sell quickly. So there you go. There's a little bit of divergence from the numbers, a little take on what I see things happening at the moment. Median price at the moment this year is at 735,000. That is slightly up 2% on last year. Average prices down for October 2025, quite considerably. The average list price is down 20%. 872,883, and the average sale price is also down 17% at 826,813 as of October 2025. Now let's look at year to date. Year to date tells a very similar story. The average list price year to date in 2025 is slightly above where we were for October at 895,377. That's actually pretty much the same, well, no change on last year. And the average sale price is up 1%, so slightly up at 856,600
169. The average list to sale ratio, or the average sold to list ratio in days on market. Interesting stats. So 95% sell to list ratio, that's up 4%. So still properties selling relatively close to what they list for. And days on market, even though it's down, it's still relatively high. Last month it was 49. This month we're 86, but that's down 21% on the same time last year. So properties sitting on the market for about average where we are right now in 2025. The MSI number, that's down. So that's gone up, I think back in August or July, we were right up almost at 8 something. Now we're at 5.14. That's down 32%. So we are edging, we're in a balanced market, but we are edging back down towards a market with low inventory. Active inventory, 72, and that is down 24% on this time last year. So yeah, interesting numbers there. Let's have a look at the last 5 years. Year on year percentage increase of the average sale price. So if you bought a house in 2021, year on year, over the last 5 years, it's actually gone up almost 11%, 10.76%. That's not bad. That's a really good return on your money there. If you've bought an investment property, fantastic, good on you. If you bought your home, you're living in it, but it has appreciated every year 10.76%. Let's have a look back over the last decade here in Fernie. So if you bought a home in 2015, the average sale price would have been 345,896. Today we are at 856,669. So over the last decade, still a very healthy return from investment point of view. If you bought a home in 2015, every year it would have increased by 8.52%. So good on you for buying in 2015. Year on year increase for the median sale price is slightly lower, but still a healthy 10.26%. So again, if you bought back in 2021, you've seen some really good returns on the median price. And same again, the average year on year increase for the median house price in Fernie has increased every year by 7%, 7.07%. So there we go. That is the Fernie Real Estate Market Report for October 2025. As you can see, things are kind of averaging out, bouncing along nice and evenly towards the end of the year. What else can we say at this point? Well, the Bank of Canada interest rate announcements was on October 29, just gone, and they did reduce the base rate by 2.25%. So that's excellent news if you have a variable mortgage, and we'll wait and see what happens to the fixed rate market. But as predictions go for the end of 2025, the Bank of Canada has signaled that the reduction might be the end of the rate cutting cycle, unless something dramatic happens. Trump drops another bunch of tariffs on us. Well, we'll wait and see. But no further cuts are expected. Market consensus and forecasts largely expect a relatively stable rate environment until the rest of 2025. So we'll see how that affects the Fernie real estate market. If you do have any questions about the Fernie real estate market, if you're thinking of buying, if you're thinking of selling, then please do get in contact. My number, as always, is 778-745-0347. Below this video, there's a link where you can book a call directly into my calendar. But as always, stay focused, stay informed, and keep building that property mindset.